Thank you, everyone. Let's get started. Ask you to videotape only your own school. Action.
Today we are presenting excerpts from It's a Wonderful Life, the play by James Rogers, based on the film by Frank Capra. The scene opens upon George Bailey standing on a bridge railing, contemplating the water below. Start time.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Wouldn't do what?
What you were thinking of doing?
How do you know what I was thinking?
Oh, we make it our business to know lots of things.
Look, whatever you're selling, I'm not interested. Please, just leave me alone.
No, you don't understand. I've got a job to do here.
I said, leave me alone.
This isn't going very well. Well, you said it was going to be easy. But he won't listen. I know, if at first you don't succeed, blah, blah, blah. George.
You called me George. How do you know my name?
I know everything about you. I watched you grow up from a little boy.
How could you? I've never seen you before.
You haven't needed to till now. How's the lip? It looked like it stopped bleeding.
That's the answer to a prayer I got a little bit ago.
No. George, I'm the answer to your prayer.
Who are you?
Clarence Oddbody, AS2.
Oddbody. AS2. What's that, AS2?
Angel, 2nd class.
Now I know I've lost my mind.
Not yet, but you're well on your way, which is why they sent you down here. Besides, it's ridiculous to think of killing yourself for a measly $8,000.
How did you know that?
I've been trying to tell you. I'm your guardian angel. I know everything there is to know about you.
Well, you look like the kind of angel I'd be. Sort of a fallen angel. What happened to your wings?
I haven't won them yet, but you're going to change all that.
I am? How?
By letting me help you.
The only way you can help me is to give me $8,000 before the clock strikes 12. After that, my life turns into a pumpkin.
Sorry, but we don't use money in heaven.
That's right. I keep forgetting. Well, down here, you can't live without it. And the truth be known, I'm worth a lot more dead than alive.
No, you mustn't say things like that. I won't get my wings with that attitude. Besides, you don't realize how much you're worth. Why, if it hadn't been for you.
If it hadn't been for me, everybody I know would be a lot better off. Everybody. My wife, my kids, my friends.
You've got plenty of friends. I'll give you that. Why, you know they've been blowing up our airways for over an hour now?
What are you talking about?
Prayers. When they're heartfelt, they're mighty powerful. And the ones for you, why, they've lit up our whole celestial system.
Why? How?
Because you're such an important influence on so many lives, George. Always has been.
Since when?
Ever since you saved your brother from drowning when he fell through the ice.
That was instinct. Besides, I was only 12.
There were other boys there, older, better swimmers. They didn't knock their instincts, only you did.
He was my brother.
Yes, and remember when Mr. Gower bought you that suitcase when you were ready to go off to college?
That was 1,000 years ago.
But you spoke eloquently at the board meeting that day and voted Potter down.
But on one condition I hadn't banked on.
And you take over your father's spot. And you did. You gave all your school money to Harry and sent him off to college.
And Harry became a football star.
And you got 4 years older. That was the night you met Mary Hatch. Of course, you've known Mary Hatch your whole life. You'd grown up with her. She was always there, 3 or 4 years behind, tagging along until one of the boys sent them on their way. But that never stopped them, her, any of the other girls, especially Violet and Mary. They had their eye hooked on you. You just didn't take the bait until Harry's graduation party. What do you wish, George?
Well, not just one wish, a whole hatful, Mary. I know what I'm going to do tomorrow, and the next day, and the next year, and the year after that. I'm shaking the dust of this crummy little town off my feet, and I'm going to see the world. And then I'm going to build things. I'm going to build airfields, and I'm going to build skyscrapers 100 stories high. What do you wish, Mary?
If I told you, I might not come true.
What is it you want, Mary? You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down. Hey, that's a pretty good idea. I'll give you the moon, Mary.
You were on top of the world then, George Bailey. Couldn't have been happier.
But that was nearly 10 years ago. We've gone through a war since then.
And your wife has given birth to not one, but 4 beautiful children. And Harry has been decorated with the Congressional Medal of Honor. The President decorates Harry Bailey.
That was the headline in this morning's paper.
That's right. That's when it all started, wasn't it? This morning you were out buying your Christmas wreath and Uncle Billy was on his way to the bank.
We've got to find that money. This means bankruptcy and scandal and prison. God, dear Father in heaven, I'm not a praying man, but if you're up there and you can hear me, show me the way. I'm at the end of my road. Show me the way, God.
And that's where I come in.
You mean you actually heard my prayer up there?
Yours and over a dozen others.
My friends won't be concerned about me after they find out that I've ruined their lives.
Oh, no, you haven't ruined their lives, George. Besides, it wasn't your fault.
I'm the one to be held accountable. Ask. They'll tell you.
No, George, you have to understand. You mustn't think like that. Why? You're such an important influence, George. Such an important influence. It wasn't your fault.
It was my fault.
No. It wasn't, George. Can't you see what an important influence you've had on so many people's lives?
Not after they find out that I've ruined their lives.
You haven't ruined anyone's lives. Besides, what are you gonna do? You can't kill yourself. You think that'll make everybody feel happier?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose it would have been better if I had never been born at all.
No, I told you mustn't say things like that. Well, what do you think? Do you think it'll work? There you go. You've got your wish. You've never been born.
What did you say?
You've never been born. You have no worries, no obligations, no $80,000. You've never been born. See, George, you've been given just what you've asked for. A chance to see what the world would be like without you.
Boarding house? What's going on here? Ma?
Who's there? Well, what do you want? Who are you?
Ma, no, wait, please. I'm lost and I need to sort some things out. Please let me in.
I've got no vacancy. Besides, I don't take strangers unless they're referred by someone. Try over on Maple Street.
I know Harry, your son, Harry.
My only son died when he fell through the ice at the age of 9.
No, he's alive. He went to war.
I'm calling the police. See, George? Don't you see what an important influence you were? Don't you see what a mistake it would be to throw it all away?
He saved the lives of every man on that transport. It was headlines in all the newspapers.
Every man on that transport died because Harry wasn't there to save him, because you weren't there to save Harry. Don't you see what an important influence you were? Each man leaves a mark on the world, and he leaves an awful big hole in it when he's not there.
Clarence,
Yes, George?
where's Mary?
You're not gonna like it, George.
If you know where she is, tell me.
She's alive, but something happened. She's different. She never got married. You're not gonna like it, George.
Mary?
Who are you? What do you want?
It's me, George. Don't you know me?
No, get away from me. I don't know you. I'll scream.
It's me, George, your husband, George.
No, I don't know you. Somebody help. No, go away. Don't touch me. I'll scream. Help, somebody help.
Mary! Clarence! Help me, Clarence. Give me back. I don't care what happens to me. Only give me back to my wife and my kids. Help me, Clarence, please.